Coming up and playing with his great friend, Louis. Come up here, let's play a banjo song, okay?
By the way, Elvis is left the building.
Elvis left the building. Y'all see him?
Yeah.
All right. Boy, aren't we having fun? Man. Y'all get warm out there. I'll turn the air conditioner on, okay? They get to politicking up here in the executive session, so y'all forgive them. Oh, here we go. Y'all, what y'all gonna do, guys?
We're going to shuckle back and pick up a load of corn.
Go shuck a little corn. All right. Hold on. Sing us a song. Don Rogers, the deal. Hey. 78. What y'all doing? we're gonna go into our little program, and y'all will just hold on, and I think you'll enjoy it. And everybody kind of get settled down, so we're gonna get started here. And give Louis. When he puts that crown on, give him a great hand.
I gotta see how big his head is first.
Oh!
I like that. Let me see it. Now I can see which one. Nah, he's got a perfect size head.
Help me, Don.
Don ain't gonna help you.
I thought you were my buddy.
Now.
He said you on your own, Lewis.
There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's turn it around so they can get his name.
Okay.
This is Mr. King Hensley.
Oh, that's funny.
Now we're gonna run through a little story here, and then we're gonna lead into something else, and then something else.
You just put my bag
Yeah, right at the moment. Well,
stand next to
I'll
Joe
take it
right
with
here.
you unless you want to hold it. Will you take his banjo and somebody hold it? Will you take his banjo for me?
You don't play it while I'm
No, we got to take care of you.
heavy.
We're gonna about halfway roast him, okay? He's already hot. I see sweat coming off.
Yeah, it
of him.
is. I'm sweating like a turkey on Thanksgiving.
Oh, getting ready, ain't we?
You know, Larry Jefferson,
Yeah.
I told him about it, and he says, Lewis, you're just too old and tough to roast. Said they're going to have to fireball you.
Hey, boy. Well, we're going to let Lewis talk to us through the microphone so everybody can hear. He said he needed parboiling before he was roasted.
Yeah.
He said that's what Larry Jefferson said, okay?
Yeah, he said he's going to have to fireball me a little while before he can roast me. Said too old
Thank you.
and tough.
Well, let's get serious here and let me lead up to where we at with Lewis.
Where is the number one camera?
I don't know where to put it.
Let me see, I'll sit right here.
We're gonna take care of him here, so y'all hang to me now. And let's pay attention so we can get Lewis the credit he deserves. Can you hear me out there, everybody? All right. Everybody kind of settle down a little bit. Okay. All right, we're about to get done. We're getting some good hugs in back there. I'm mad, come back up here and hug me again. I'm only kidding. Here we are. This is a little story about my experience with Lewis, and it's not very long, about 2 or 3 minutes, but the time span goes back like 12, 14 years, doesn't it?
Go pretty good while.
Gone a long time. Here's my story about Lewis. I first met you, Lewis, at Rudy's Auction Barn Jam about 12 years ago.
Yeah, they was trying to auction me off.
They was. He went for $250. I heard a special sound coming from your banjo that I never heard before. It was a warm, sweet kind of rolling sound that you were doing that caught my attention. From there, I was fascinated by who you were as a person. You always had a smile on your face and never lacked a dull moment of cracking a joke or punching or kicking another musician. And if you remember, you were one of the first to play my first song that I had written, Don't Ever Leave Me, Little Darling.
What about that? What about that?
During the course of time, I found out you and your family were deeply involved in music and had been for years. And most of what you and your family did was gospel. And on occasions, I would hear the story of how you taught them to do harmony. Oh, any truth to that? During the period of time while jamming at Rudy's, I was shocked to hear that you had developed a heart problem. And you had a heart attack, and I was sorry to hear that. But you came back. And I was saddened. I was saddened by the fact that each time thereafter, when I went to jams, you were missing at that time. And I really felt lost because I was so fascinated by the banjo sound that you always had when you played. And I mean that now, okay? The first time I saw you on the stage was at the Anderson Recreation Center. And you guys put on a great show, and because of the show you folks did, I felt the urge that I wanted to form a band. So you were really a part of forming my life around bluegrass music.
You know, I really didn't know that, sir.
You did. You want me to kiss you now? Wait, later.
I say wait till after.
I have gone on to manage about 6 bands over the last 12 years or so. And during those years with different bands that I managed, you helped me many times to do shows. Remember Midway School with all those kids and teachers? Where for 3 hours we played 3 songs, didn't we? Oh, that was tough. And also the good times we had playing together at Just More Barbecue and Bluegrass Express and Parlor, other places.
Well, we're Bluegrass Express. Had a ball.
You were always the clown that stole the show, and that's the truth. And your humor and jokes always brought smiles to all those in the audience. Even Richard Lawless said once he was not going to come back to the Picken Parlor until Lewis got back and played on the stage. Richard Lawless. But I hate to tell y'all, he was the only fan that that Lewis had at that time.
Burn it.
Oh, man, boy, we get
You roasted it, man.
Yeah.
So you see, Lewis, you had at least one fan, and that was honorable
Yeah.
to you. And
He was honorable.
yeah, he was honorable. And he loved your music as a person. Later, he told me he was kidding. Oh, man. And to Lewis, I always will be grateful for all the many 100s of times over 12 years that you and I played at the Picken Parlor. I've seen the sweat drops coming from your face from playing so hard.
That's right.
And I remember in 2006 during Appreciation Day, when you played the Monkey 8 part with Jeff Barnett. You remember that? And you held a handful of bananas on the stage up here just to prove a point that you knew how apes really worked.
Yeah.
And he did.
You know how to prove it.
Yeah, he did, yeah. And you also played licks out here for a lot of these folks to learn from. And I've seen you in the audience sharing your many years of experience with a newly banjo player. And your love for the music and the people is the first thing that made me hang to you and your personality. And then the big experience at the Picken Parlor. It came when you and Curtis Gibson got involved with a white super hot car that you owned. Remember that? With a big old racing engine in it.
Yes, it was.
Oh, boy, he had one he'd take out here, man. I'd fill these cement blocks. Oh, man.
You thought the blocks was coming out.
Yeah. But all this conversation came about because Curtis was also quick to predict the speed of his T-Bird. And you were quick to challenge him with the speed of your oversized Chevy engine. Show us how you ripped it up. Took his breath when he took off, didn't it? From there, I discovered while driving into the Picken Parlor lot, there was a telephone right there in the back. And the building, at the back of the building, and it had a Chevy car door nailed to it about 20 feet up in the air.
Yeah, he blowed my doors off.
And I said, man, what's going on around here? Here's a Chevy door hanging from the telephone pole. Maybe this could be a sign or a signal from some party doing drugs as a marking point to drop off drugs. That's what I thought. How many times in your life would you ever drive in and look up and see a door?
Yeah, he went out there and he was wondering how come that door was up on that pole, didn't he?
I was really scared. Well, 3 days later, I heard Lewis and Curtis laughing about the door hanging from the pole. Curtis had pulled a joke on Lewis, and he told him that the door on the pole was the one that he blew off another Chevrolet while passing on the road. And that's the truth of the story. The whole Picken Parlor was full of laughter. Just like you folks right here. That was something else, man. Well, I could go on and on, Lewis, but the purpose really of our tribute to you is to recognize the many years that you've been serving the bluegrass community. The people that in their lives you've made a difference. And today I believe we have all the music around us that we love simply because you stayed the course.
We love that stuff, don't
And
we?
you kept playing the music that you love.
Yeah.
From there, many, many musicians today are in existence because of you and your influence.
You know, like Al Gore, wants to clean the air. You play bluegrass music, it'll clean it.
Oh, boy. I love that. Now, that's a great thought. We're going to have to get a bumper sticker with on that.
Yeah, put on there, Al.
Lewis plays
Al
bluegrass
Gore
and
ain't got
cleans
nothing
air.
on that. We
Give
play
him a
bluegrass.
job. But anyhow, getting serious, Lewis, I'd just like to say we love you. And we wish you Godspeed in the days ahead. And most of all, I will always remember you for the positive effect that you had on my life and the music I love and do about every day of my life. So keep playing your banjo, Lewis. I will never get tired of listening to you, even if you play out of tune. Well, then we roasted him pretty good. We roasted him pretty good, didn't we, huh? Okay. Well, he has a visitor that goes way back in his life. And I don't know, I think she's taking the buffering. You taking buffering, ma'am?
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really happy to be here tonight for this very special occasion to honor Lewis Hensley here. I'm a voice from your past. Remember, I taught you for 12 years down the road in that little school building down the road just a little ways.
Raven County.
Yeah, Raven County. We had it was a one-room schoolhouse. I taught Lewis for 12 years there, and I reckon after 12 years, I really did get to know him pretty good, and he was a pretty good little boy for the most part. He was always cutting up with the little kids, and he's always teasing them and trying to make them laugh, and kind of silly stuff like that. But I kind of let him go on with it because I felt like it was kind of harmless stuff. But there was only a couple times I did have to get down on Curtis, and that was because he was picking on all the little boys and girls. You remember that, Curtis? I mean, Lewis, you remember that?
That was about 30-pound lighter.
Yeah, well, Lewis, you were picking on all the little boys, and I do remember one day because you brought your banjo to school, and at recess, what he would do is he would take his banjo out at recess, and he would play it, from the time he got out there till the time he came in. And well, one day I looked up and I was grading my papers outside, and I looked up and there sat Lewis on top of this little boy out there, and I said, what in the world is going on? He was just picking on his banjo and playing his banjo and sitting on that little boy. You remember that, Lewis? Yeah, you were. You were sitting on that little boy just picking on your banjo. Finally, I saw that little boy just squirming, and he was trying to get up, and he couldn't because you was sitting on him pretty hard. That banjo was pretty heavy, and so
Poor little
poor little fella he was. I went over there and I said, Lewis, what in the world are you doing picking on that little boy? Well, you told me, you said, Miss Mayhem, I was just playing, so. Well, anyway, time went on. I just kind of threw my hands up in the air and I went on. And, there was just a couple other times I remember that I had to call you down in class, Lewis. You remember? You were kind of not paying attention very well. I was up there teaching math and science, and I'd look over at Lewis. He'd be looking up at the ceiling, or he'd be looking down at the floor. And, finally I got kind of angry at you one day, and I went over to your desk and I slapped my hand down on your desk, and I said, Lewis.
Scared me.
Yeah, I did. I said, what do you think about detention? And he looked up at me, he said, Miss Mayhem, I was thinking the same thing. I finally got the tension set on my banjo just right.
That was a good one.
So, the days went on pretty well. They did go on pretty well. Lewis, you were pretty good, and things went on pretty good, and till he got to about 8th grade, and then he started getting kind of interested in girls a little bit. And so, I would see him out on the playground with his banjo, and you know, he'd take that banjo out there. You know, by that time, Lewis was getting kind of pretty good on the banjo, and he would be strumming them pretty little tunes. And I noticed all these little girls would just gather around you, Lewis. Remember that? Yeah, they would just gather around and he'd strum a little tune.
Was she
for 'em.
redheaded?
Well, yeah, there was a redhead in here. Yeah. And he would strum on his banjo pretty little tunes for those girls. They just would smile at him, and he'd smile back at them, and he'd play them another little tune. Well, I was grading some papers again one day, and I looked up and I heard all this racket just going on. I was thinking, what in the world is all that commotion? And I looked up, and Lewis, you was flying on that banjo. Your fingers was just going a mile a minute.
I wish they'd do that now.
Well, I tell you that much, they were going really fast then. I said, well, it's about time I need to give you some advice about girls, Lewis. So I walked over and I said, Lewis, here's what you need to do with girls. You need to slow it down a little bit because you're moving way too fast. Well, anyway, he listened to me for a little while until a little while later, you know, I got to, a little while later, I got to missing Lewis. Every time I come in from recess, I would call the roll call, and one day I got in there and I was calling out the children's names, and I called Lewis, and Lewis didn't answer. So I went down the roll call, and I came to another little girl. Her name was Polly. You remember Polly? She was that pretty little girl down there.
She was that little string bean.
See that redheaded one?
I believe she was redheaded.
She was, but anyway, she was a pretty little thing, and she was gone too. So I said to the children, does anybody know where Lewis and Polly are? And they said, yes, ma'am, we do. Miss Mayhem, they're down behind the barn. In the barn. Yes, Marie, they were down in the barn. They said in the hay, rolling around.
Whoa!
Rolling in the hay. Can you believe it? So I said, lickety-split, I ran down to that barn as fast as I could. My heart was just beating really fast. And so I ran down to the barn, I opened up the door, and sure enough, you were there in that barn with that pretty little Polly. Yeah, you were. And you were in the hay with her, too. Yeah. Yeah, well, there sat Lewis. He was showing.
What was we shoveling?
Well, you were showing Polly how to play the banjo. You were doing some they were doing some rolls. He was rolling on the banjo, so anyway, got my heart stirred up there for a little bit, but anyway, the last thing I was going to say, and then I'll be done, is that I had to give a little IQ test when I was about in 11th grade for I knew some of the kids was going to be graduating, and so I gave out a little test, and it was an IQ kind of test, and it was kind of sort of like where you would determine what they would be good at later on in life. And so I gave the test, and I had to send it down to Columbia to the Department of Education down there, the South Carolina Department of Education, and they were going to grade it and analyze it and send it on back. And so they did. Lewis, I hope you don't mind it. I was rummaging around my records, and I found some of your test scores, and I hope you don't mind if I share some of your test scores with these fellas.
Oh, he don't mind.
Well, here he is. He got a C in math, and I thought that was pretty good. You know, I always told my student, I said, C.
You mean I couldn't pick no better than that?
Well, that was in math, you know, and I said C. It was pretty good, but it was can do better, you know. And then geography, I guess he never really got much out of the county much, and so he ended up getting a D, you know, in geography. I'm sorry, but that's what it was, you know. And then down to where he got in English, he got a D-. Lewis. And, well, then when it got to science, I hate to tell you this, well, he just didn't have a clue, and he just got an F. So, but wait just a minute. Now, there was one thing at the very end of that test that they had said down there in Columbia, and I'll just read you what they said on that test. It said, test results for Lewis Hensley. Based on Lewis Hensley's IQ and test scores, it is determined that he would make a very fine banjo player.
Oh, was going to Columbia today, and she called me and said, "Can I practice on you?" And I thought that was a great. She wrote the script for that too. Another big hand for Nancy. And a big hand for Will too. Okay. Well, we got Danielle and Sonia's gonna come in just a few minutes, and somebody requested that somebody else sing a song. Don Vito here. Don, you wanna come sing that song for us?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right, you come and sing Lewis a song. Will you do that?
Yeah.
And then we got some other things we're gonna do here.
There it is.
Don wanted to do it with him, and we just gotta let him do it. So, Don and Lewis play a lot together, and over at
Hey,
over
sir,
at
where
Brazil.
did you get that?
Oh, you been looking now. You cheating. You want to be the king. That's going to be the one that does it.
Quit messing around.
Oh. What song you gonna play, Don?
I'd $100 pick.
Lewis, what is it?
Yes, sir, we're gonna sing it there,
I ain't heard that one yet.
it's a brown new one.
It's a Taco Brown song. Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Come on up here, Don.
Take the ribbon from your hair or
Take the
something like that.
ribbons from our hair. Who can play the bass
gonna
for
play
that?
the
Why don't you
bass?
play the bass, Miss Mayhem? Now this is really a treat to have his old school teacher playing the song.
Got the own school
All right.
playing the bass.
Okay.
Good, ain't it?
All right, Mr. Don Vito. Give Don a big hand.
Take the ribbon from your hair. Let it loose and let it fall. I'm sad to be alone. Help to make it through. I don't care what's right or wrong. I won't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. For tonight I need a friend. Yesterday's dead, gone. And tomorrow's outside. And it's sad to be alone. Help to make it through. I don't care what's right or wrong. I won't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. 'Cause tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone. And tomorrow's outside. And it's sad to be alone. Help me make it through.
All right. Well, I'll let you open it up, and then you can tell the audience.
Careful.
It's
Air horn. Well, don't need no air horn. Oh, Lord. That's pretty good. I don't know who brought that to you, but I sure do like that. Well, you got another pretty one here. We'll let you see what's in this one.
How about that?
This is the first time I've ever done anything
I
like
thought
this in my life.
Christmas come in December.
When you get some of this, you might want to give it back. I don't know who bought this one, but they love you anyhow.
I'm gonna build a room on for my house.
She brought that for you to measure that banjo so you could set it up so you could tune it.
Yeah, stretch it out, see how long. the triangle.
Oh, we got one of them hot cars. This is a real deal.
Kurt,
Get
the
the door
door's just
off.
hanging.
The door's not off. Okay, Louis. I think there's
Now,
something
let
else
me
in there.
tell them something about the hill
Yeah,
and that
okay,
door.
all right.
It won't take but just a minute. Y'all ought to see me when they were racing down the road, seeing which one could blow the other's door off, holding on. My fingerprints are in that dash up there where I was holding on. I said, no, 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 you're gonna make him wreck.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and he just blowed your doors off anyway.
Hey, don't worry.
This is Curtis's wife. She was the pastor in the car.
Hey, I'm sure Lewis's carburetor's cutting out just a little bit. Probably has to
Ain't nothing else in there? Well, we got another one. We're gonna let him open up here.
But what it was, he got a 58 Corvette.
Corvette. Yeah, I said T-Bird. Corvette. He just moved up about $10,000 more a year in the salary.
And it's pin light. This is where I can see what I'm riding.
That's right, Lou. You got it right.
Uh-oh, there's a $100 bill. I ain't never seen one before. Jack thought I was gonna mess all on myself and he gave me a roll
Evelyn Bryson gave you that. Evelyn Bryson, she loved me.
You won't do, Evelyn.
What is that? And she gave him a calendar, so he.
Give me a calendar that where I can see the bear.
Oh, that's funny, Lou.
She wouldn't give me that toilet
Yes, you
paper.
did, yes. I think more fun getting this thing ready and enjoying it than probably you have.
I think she gave you that toilet paper because you're such a mess.
Okay, well, we have somebody else coming to see you. What'd she say?
I think she gave him that toilet paper because he's such a mess.
Oh, man. It took me a long time to figure that one out, but she did before I did.
She done it right quick, didn't she?
Well, we got some other things we're gonna give you here, but before we do that,
Well, hey there!
Don't act like you don't remember me.
How you doing there,
Me and Lois used to go steady. We did. And oh yeah, and I put on my
Go to meetings, huh?
well, I was gonna put on my cheerleader outfit, but it shrunk. The only thing I could get on was the shoes. But, you know, I looked just like I did, and he thought I was beautiful. But he run off with that old Janine. He was a model boyfriend. I was always kissing him with models. And I said, Louis, if you gonna act like that, you're not gonna see me. And he laughed. And you know what? He didn't see me for about 3 weeks. And after about 3 weeks, he could see me a little bit out of his left eye. Yeah, we used to date. He'd come pick me up in that hot car here, and we'd go down to the Dairy Queen. He'd buy me grape slush, and then we'd go back home and sit on the sofa, that pretty sofa my parents had out there in the front yard. We'd sit out there, but you know that banjo always come between us. You know, I said, Louis, I think you love that banjo more than you do me. He just sat there. I don't know know what to think. Well, you know, went off this banjo convention and got over there, and they didn't have no room. Poor old Lewis, he was just desperate because done drove about 5-6 hours to get there. And he said, I got to find a room. So he goes in this hotel and he said, well, sir, said, there's another guy here, said he picks a banjo, said he'd probably leave sleeping room, said he snores bad, said, oh, I don't want nobody else sleeping there. Louis said, that's all right, I'll probably sleep. He said, I'm a sound sleeper. So next morning, old Louis come down there and his pants won't stay up. I don't think he's got anything up my pants.
Turn around, let us see.
Oh, my
They tend to slide down. But anyway, Louis came down to the desk next morning. He was all rested, and he said, did you sleep? He said, I sure did. He said, well, I don't understand that. I said, what happened? He said, well, when I went in the room, said, it wasn't but a few minutes. That old guy was snoring. Said, I went over and I said, hey, buddy. He said, what you want? He said, I just want to wake you up and kiss you good night. And he said, that old guy sat up and watched me all night. I said, good. He ain't dumb as he looks. Don't answer that. Let me see. I don't know if I got anything else to say.
You gonna sing me a song?
Well, I was gonna sing you some. What?
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
My name is Bertha Viewmiller Butts. I don't think that's funny.
Ain't funny anyway.
All right. Darn, I done lost my train of thought. The train done gone down the tunnel. I had something wrote down here, can't read my own writing.
I can't,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't read it either.
Well, you never could read too good anyway. Well, you know, I remember now, Lewis, he was, a few years ago, he was going down the street. There's a sign out there that said Mystery Cruise. And old Lewis, he went in there and said $100. And he thought, well, I've never been on a cruise. No Mystery Cruise. Said, I think I'll take that up. So he paid the man $100. That guy just knocked him in the head, rode him out the back door into the river. What but a few minutes, another guy came up by Jack, I think. He came along and he went in there, and they done the same thing to him. He paid his $100 and knocked him out, threw him out there in the river. They was floating down the river. They started coming to. You know, Jack looked over at Lewis. He said, "Hey, Lewis," said, "do you think there's gonna be any food on this here cruise?" Lewis says, "No, I don't think so. We didn't have none last year." But now Lewis, he is a good old boy, and he's a pretty good guitar picker. And yeah, I have to admit it. He used to pick with my brother. I've been knowing Lewis and his kids since they was about this big. Well, of course I wasn't about that big either. But I'm a lot younger than I look tonight. I've been rode hard and put up wet. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go on with the festivities, and we do love you, Lewis. Even if you did run off with old Janae.
All right, thank you. Oh, wow. Let's give her a great big hand. Did you do it? The only thing she didn't do is kissing. Come here. Uh-oh, that ain't gonna work.
I got lipstick on my teeth. I can't get it.
Oh, got lipstick on the teeth. Well, we have a couple more little things here, and then we're gonna let Sonia and Danielle come in, do us a program. These guys are really great. I promise you, you will have spent your time wisely by coming here, because these folks do a great job. They're gonna have about a 25, 30-minute program, and then we're gonna get back to blue. Man, can you hold my microphone? Laying by my tail. We got Lewis a banjo picking pouch and a repair kit. He's got a pair of pliers in there, and he also has a knife and something to cut your picks in. It's a great big one. It's AARP made.
How about that?
Yeah. Okay, you got that. We won't open it, but anyhow. Put it back in there. And then we have also instructions how to make an electric banjo. Louis, don't you wire yours up this way, because if you do, you won't bring it back down here tomorrow. Okay?
It'd be too loud.
It'd be too loud. No, it might blow up.
Yeah,
Yeah, where you are.
not blow up.
And then we have, I have a little something that was given me by somebody here a few years ago, and I'm gonna give it to my cherished friend. This was given to me by a cherished friend, but it's a little small harp made by Honer, and it has about 6 notes, and you can actually play jingle bells or anything on it.
You can?
Yeah, it's a great little harp. And when you are old and you can't play the banjo, then you blow this harp.
I can blow out.
Okay. Hang on to that. That's
I
a
just
treasure.
thank you a whole lot.
And then, because we love you and your wife, we got you a little gift certificate for $25. Oh boy! And I mean that's the Applebee's. Watch him. He's trying to get that out of my hand right now. Yeah. Okay. So that's yours. I'll put it here in your little pouch. Okay.
Well, you just okay.
And then.
There's my honey right there.
And then our last thing that we did for Louis, so that he can look at it every day. It shows, it depicts his fingers left on the banjo head and also up on the neck with such a wonderful, sweet, pretty little smile. Trying to be a redneck, had his head turned sideways, but he'll never make a redneck, folks, I can tell you that. But anyhow, it says Louis Hensley's night at Jack's Picken Parlor. We really love you. Give me a good old hug while you're sitting down. All right. Now, sweet. Thank you. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, a great friend and a great guy.
Afghanistan right now, and so keep him in your prayers, if you will. His name is Joshua. But we are so blessed tonight too that our son Jonathan finished his 4 years, and he's going to sing a song for his papa tonight. Come on, Jonathan.
Yeah. You need a pick. You need a pick.
You might got a pick.
Sit down on this chair. Oh, yeah, stand there.
My name's Jonathan Hensley Hamby. I'm Janine and Lewis's grandson and Sonia and Daniel's son. I was just gonna say my papa, great guy. Like, yeah, he did say that, oh, I'm not gonna make it in 4 years, but obviously he did. And he's an amazing man, and I take after him more than just about anybody else in my family. And anytime I ever do anything, somebody says that I'm mean, I always point at him. And he tries to act like it's not true, but he can't deny it. But anyways, I apologize. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play in the last 4 years, but we'll see what happens. There's no one in town I know. You gave us some place to go. I never said thank you for that. Thought I might give one more chance. And what would you think of me now? So lucky, so strong, so proud. Never said thank you for that. Now I'll never have a chance. May angels lead you in. of me now? So lucky, so strong, so proud. I never said thank you for that. Now never have a chance. May angels lead you in. Hear you, me, my friend, on sleepless roads, the sleepless go. May angels lead you in. And if you were with me tonight, I'd sing to you just one more time, a song from the heart so big God wouldn't let it live. May angels lead you in. Hear you, me, my friend, on sleepless roads, the sleepless go. May angels lead you in. And what would you think of me now? So lucky, so strong, so proud. I never said thank you for that. Now never have a chance. May angels lead you in. Hear you, me, my friend, on sleepless roads, the sleepless go. May angels lead you in. Thank you.
Freedom, so that we can wake up in the morning and go do what we want to do. And I'm so proud of him. Can't be more proud of him for nothing. And his brother, you know, being in Afghanistan right now, it's pretty rough on Mama and Daddy and Papa and Grandma and everybody. You know.
There's aunts in here that's rough on, and cousins, and a brother. A lot of them. I know I can get a witness back there.
But I just like to say I'm so proud of him. But you know, home, when you're over across the world, the time difference is 9.5 hours difference of the time that they are over there in Afghanistan, and wherever they are, their heart is at home. You know, the name of the song is "Home Is Where the Heart Is." I woke up with it. Uh-oh, dropped my pick. Hey, what happened to this pig? He done worked it so hard, he burned the end out of it. I woke up with it on my mind again. I said right away, I'm going home. And lately that's where my mind seems to stay. It don't let it stray. I'm thinking of home. Home is where the heart is, and my heart's home right now. And just the thought of seeing you there, Lord, is what this feeling that I'm feeling's about. And I've got a dream. sometimes we do things off the tracks because the band is a lot cheaper than paying people like Lewis and all these musicians. So sometimes we use a cheap CD, but we're not going to do that tonight. So we're going to do a couple of different things. But there's one song, while Sonia's thinking about the next song we're going to sing, since we're doing something a little different. I've been working on this French song.
Oh, no.
Now, I've only got just a little of it. Now, with all these musicians in the room right now, I'm sure that we can come up with something good. But let's see. Now you gotta. I ain't got but a little of it. Now I think this thing can go worldwide. I know Vicky might can help. I don't know Clint. He's pretty good at songwriting stuff. Tammy and Brenda and everybody. And now I ain't got but a little. But now see what you think about it. I think we can roll with it. What do you think? All right, let's see. Let me see if I can get the right gear here. Did I mention this was a French song? Did I gonna move away someday. Gonna move away someday. That's all I got. I just think it's leading into something special. I don't know. You might be moving down there next to Joculon or something, but where if you're moving, you're doing something. I don't know. Lewis, what do you think? You think it's got something? Yeah, he said, yeah, I see him nodding in behind his eyes. But anyway, let's see. We'll do this, maybe another song here.
You mean Willie song?
Willie Nelson? Yeah. I think I did this by the way.
I didn't know. I'm sorry. I didn't know you didn't have something to put a soundtrack on. I have a soundtrack already. Daddy, I was going to do Loretta Lynn. I was going to do Dolly Parton, and he's going to do Willie Nelson.
Hey, you know what? You know what?
You can't play them songs.
Listen. I know what we can do. We need a couple people up here to help us with some Loretta Lynn, because I know she can go out some Loretta, and everybody knows Loretta. How about some Coal Miner's Daughter?
Some of y'all know how to play Coal Miner's Daughter.
We need a guitar and a bass, whichever. We need fill us up here just for a second. Who wants to come up here and help us out on this? Come on up with the bass, yeah. But we do a little Coal Miner's Daughter, and I'm gonna get enough help. We can figure it out. All right, now. But anyway, come on up with the man. Let's see.
Oh, okay, well, thank you.
Probably what key? Listen. Is that right? We'll probably an A, right? We're gonna be an A, probably. All right. Lewis, bring that banjo up here.
Talk about it. I want to.
All right. Let's see. So what else we need up here? We need one more flat top. No. Let's see. Maybe I'm covered.
I'm a little bit scared.
You flat. All right. And let's see. What else we need up here? You gonna play that? You got some banjo. Listen. I tell you, that's what you call putting together a band fast. Don't you think?
That's a fast band.
In the middle.
If you're not going to modulate, then you're going to start higher.
Can we go up to B flat? Can we? We can do it. Hey, listen.
Some of them keys, Daddy said, just don't work out good on the banjo.
I'll go with the hard one. I'll try. Now, listen, I hope y'all know that y'all ain't getting double time for this. Yeah. All right. We're going to make it work. B flat, look.
Well, I was born a coal miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Hollow. It's still too low. We was poor, but we had love. That's the one thing Daddy made sure of. He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar.
Would it be easier if you was on up one? Would it be easier if you was on up one?
We're going up to C, boys. Girl,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
drop the pick down the hole. I told you he wore that pick out.
Don't lose that pick, everything's off tomorrow.
Put it on Lewis's charge account. He's got $25 off. There it is. All right, we're still good to go. We pop it up in the city. Can we do it, Lewis?
Well, my daddy worked all night in a van here all night, and all day long in a field blowing corn. Mommy rocked the babies at night and read the Bible by the Parlor light. Everything would start all over come break the morn. Daddy loved and raised their kids on a miner's pay. Mommy swept our clothes on a washboard every day. Well, I've seen her fingers bleed to complain there was no me. She'd smile in Mommy's understanding way. Now in the summertime we didn't have shoes to wear.